It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS, AM 1160 and 101.1 FM at 846. And Cathy Kitchen is with us this morning. You can join us on Facebook Live as we talk about kids' activities at the Jimmy Stewart Air Show. I remember when you were here last year, Cathy, how much fun it seemed like you were having just getting it all organized.
Yes, and how the event unfolded, just we couldn't have expected it to be any better than what it was. It really turned out well.
Yeah.
And it has led to a lot of new things. First, I want to thank you, though, for letting us come and share with your listeners the opportunity to tell about the air show, and to thank our sponsors, the Indiana County Center for Economic Opportunities and its affiliates. Our local businesses have chipped in. We have over 115 volunteers this year.
Wow.
So it's really been a wonderful thing for children and parents to come and enjoy the air show, enjoy the learning experiences. Again, this year, we are going to have the paper airplane flying contest. That was a big hit. We're going to have the hands-on learning activities where they'll have their passports and they'll go from station to station and they'll be learning something. That's been added to this year. One of the ones that's been added, and I really like, Doris George created a way to teach children about the different aerobatic maneuvers that they'll see that the pilots will be performing out there at the air show.
Oh, yeah.
So children can say, "Hey, Mom, Dad, that's a knife edge. I recognize that move." So that will be great.
Yeah.
And we'll again have the airplane jungle gym, the parachute, where we'll have physical education teachers teaching some games with that this year. We'll have the chalk drawing, the face painting, and all those things that the kids enjoyed.
Yeah.
It was so much fun last year. The obstacle course with the bales of hay and the kids going. Oh my, the smiles and the pictures that were captured of the children enjoying themselves, and parents, their eyes were so happy with seeing their children happy.
Yeah, well, there's a couple of things about what you just said. Number one, it's important kids learn all the time, and sometimes you got to sneak it in there and just disguise the learning with all the fun,
Exactly.
which you do very, very well. And number two, it's important for the future, really, of the air show and of the economy for here in Indiana County, that the kids get involved and get involved at an early age.
That's exactly right, and we're seeing things happen because of the air show last year and preparing for this one. There's been an aviation club started at the high school, and there's been, I think, 25 students that have taken a strong interest in it, and they're learning things like how to read charts. They did put up a weather balloon. They have opportunities to go on field trips and things like that. And there's so many openings in careers in aviation now. Pilots, air traffic controllers, avionics technicians, air and frame mechanics. I mean, there's so many opportunities, and by letting your child go to this air show and experience some of these things, if that's the direction that child would have, it'll click.
Yeah.
And it's a great time, and it's very relatively inexpensive, and it's right here in our backyard.
Absolutely. And the Jimmy Stewart Air Show, we should tell folks, is not happening this weekend, but next.
Correct. It's June 8th and 9th, and it runs from 8 to 5. On Saturday, there is a hangar dance with the local band, Tennessee Courage.
Yeah.
And we will be honoring the vets again, as always.
Yeah. So we're looking forward to that. And but for the kids themselves, when they come out, one of the things I think is most exciting for them is to get them up close to the airplanes, to let them see these aircraft, and in some cases they can actually go through them.
Yes.
And just to see what is all involved in that thing that they see flying over their head.
That, and the fact that we have a young man who's 17, he actually had his pilot's license before he had his driver's license.
Yeah.
And he is great with kids. I've watched him at the Indiana Mall when we had a setup, and the kids will feel comfortable being with him. And so they'll come right up, and he can explain things to them on their level, and they love it. Adrian Ballister. And he has real good goals set for himself where he wants to use his knowledge to help teach STEM programs to children and how aviation pertains to that.
Are there specific activities scheduled for specific times during the weekend?
Well, our children's activities run from 8 to 11:30.
Okay.
We will have Smokey the Bear, who's celebrating his 75th anniversary, come from 9 to 11 on both days. And there will be Meet the Pilot, where it's an opportunity for maybe older children and adults to actually meet the performers and our local pilots and have questions asked of them, get signatures, that type of thing. So those are really the time things, because at 12 o'clock is when the air show begins. So our children's activities sort of die down at that point.
Yeah.
So then the air show starts. And boy, I'll tell you, watching the kids there with their parents last year, watching the air show and all the different loops that the
Sure.
pilots do.
Sure.
It was a fun thing.
And this year they'll be able to watch a dog fight.
Yeah, the Red Baron's going to be there. That should be a very exciting thing. And then our local pilots will be doing a contest where they try to drop a balloon with water filled and see if they can hit the target. And there will be a glider that has no engine. And it will just float down to the earth. It'll be pulled up with a tow plane and then released, and it will float down to earth, the classical music, and they're just little acts in between to keep everybody entertained.
All these great air show activities. And it ramped up into an air show last year. It was the festival before that.
Correct.
It became an actual show last year. And my goodness, I always enjoyed the festival, but the show just it's a whole nother level, isn't it?
Yeah, it just keeps people moving and entertained. It's not more, they get to visit with friends and their family, but at the same time, there's something else going on.
Absolutely. So,
And I do want to say about the parking there, we have 14 lots. We have plenty of parking space and a shuttle that runs continuously the whole entire time to take you to and from your car. So
yeah.
that's another good thing.
Can't really beat that. All right. So for folks who want to go to the air show, where do they get their tickets?
They can buy them at the airport. They can buy them at the Luxembourg's, the 700 shop, the Indiana County Tourist Bureau at the mall. It seems to me that there's another, or online. And if they buy them in advance, it's $10. And children in 12 and under are free. If they wait till they get to the door, they can buy them there, but they're $15 at the door.
Okay.
On the back of the ticket is a coupon that's good for Philly Street Station, and it's good for you buy an entree and you get the appetizer free.
Okay. Well, there you go. A little bit added incentive there.
And the hangar dance is a separate entity, so there's a separate ticket for it.
Yeah.
Again, it's on Saturday evening. And those tickets can be bought at the airport in advance or at the door. Again, those will be an extra charge if it's at the door.
And they include your meal and everything.
Yes.
The whole night of dancing, and
Yes.
it's just going to be a fabulous night. Absolutely. All right. So this is all going to be happening next weekend, boys and girls. And it's important you said that kids 12 and under, they get in for free.
Correct.
Especially for those early activities there. And on the day of the show, mom and dad can get their kids in for free, and they'll just enjoy the activities that are geared toward them in the morning, and then they'll be able to watch the show in the afternoon.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a fun time.
Absolutely. All right. So next hour, we're actually going to have Nathaniel Arthurs is going to be here, and we're going to have Charlie Gehringer join us by phone. He's flying in the TBM Avenger.
Oh, yes. That's nice. And they do the wing walk with that. That's really nice, where you can go up and you can actually see into that plane and all the controls.
Yeah, that'll be good stuff. Good stuff. We'll be doing that next hour. Wonderful. Okay, Cathy, the show is on the way, and it's getting closer and closer. You guys aren't busy at all over there, are you?
Oh, boy, the excitement at the airport. Everybody should come out and lend a hand, because it's just fun being there.
Yeah. So you said you have how many volunteers?
115.
115. Are there opportunities for others if they still want to volunteer?
Oh, yes. Just you can call me at 412-289-7949 or Nathaniel Arthurs, and let them know that you're interested in volunteering, and we'll find a place for you.
There you go. Wonderful. Terrific stuff. Thanks for coming in this morning.
Okay. Thank you, Todd.
There's Cathy Kitchen. The air show is happening next week, the Jimmy Stewart Air Show, and that'll be, of course, at the Jimmy Stewart